And now a public service announcement from Thomas Sellers Jr. of West 10 Media.
Do you think Mother's Day 2020 has been canceled? Think again. You think because of these special conditions we living in, these women don't expect something? The special rules that we live under today don't apply to the special women in our lives. Forget about stay at home.
Yo, Mom, I know it's Mother's Day, but I won't be able to make it over there today. I'm sorry, stay at home, or I got to stay at home.
No, you don't. It's Mother's Day. So you can come on over.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't play the Corona Day.
Yes, ma'am.
No, come on over.
There's no social distancing.
Y'all better give me a hug.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, what?
And you still gotta get out there and buy her something special.
Well, you better go buy me something. This Mother's Day, this is my day.
So remember, May 10th is Mother's Day, because she won't forget. Welcome back to the bestsellers list, and as you can tell, it's Mother's Day. I'm at my mom's house and gotta do something special for her. But in addition to a gift, I'm gonna count down the top 10 lists of those special moments that me and my mama shared when she was there for me. So I hope y'all sit down and enjoy this very special bestsellers edition, Mother's Day 2020. So I'm Thomas Sellers Jr. and I'm here with a very special guest, my mom, Alma Marie Baskerville Sellers. Mom, thank you for taking a moment to do this bestsellers list.
Welcome.
I want to give you some flowers while you're here. So this top 10 countdown is going to be me reminiscing on top 10 moments you've been there for me. So I'm going to warn everybody out there, I might get a little emotional because I ain't going to lie, when I wrote it, it made me cry. So coming in at number 10, I call it my cosign. When I got my Murphy Montego, you were willing to put your name on the dotted line for me, and I was 3 months away from paying it off. Transmission just drops dead in it, and we go up back to the Ford dealership out there near Wolf Chase, and you told me, baby, get what you want because I know you'll pay for it. And I'm thinking it's time for me to stand on my own. The guy says, hey, you still need a cosigner, and before I could turn around, you're sitting at his desk with the pen ready to sign again.
Yep.
Why?
Because you needed your car, and I know you was going to pay for it. I ain't had no problem with that. You the only one of my kids I don't have a problem with putting my name on the line. Because you're going to take care of business.
That's right. So when my birthday comes, my birthday gift this past year was me paying off that Lincoln MKZ. And the first place I went to was the YMCA to visit you to let you know we did it. And you told me, no, baby, you did it. But it was us because if you didn't sign your name there, I wouldn't own a car and have good credit now. So I want to say thank you for that, Mom.
You're welcome. That's what moms are for. If their kids want to be helped, you're supposed to help. If they don't want to be helped, send them on. Although they're your kids, sometimes you can't trust your kids.
That's right.
And I got several of them I can't trust.
Well, there's only 4 of us, so that's going to narrow it down a little bit. But thank you, Mom, for trusting me. And that's number 10, my cosign.
Giselle.
Coming in at number 9 is second to none. Let me explain. Back in 8th grade, I know you remember this, my science project of these cactuses, and we were going to test to see if it was light to help it grow or water. And we had to buy these lamps, a 300-watt light bulb, a 50-watt light bulb. Now, the funny thing was, when I was getting lazy like an 8th grader does, you were up there with the ruler and the notebook, keeping up notes, and you seemed more excited than me. But I really appreciate us going around the city picking up all those things that we needed to do the science project, and we brought home 2nd place. So talk about that. What do you remember from that time?
Well, you always been the child all about his business, doing his work, homework. And you came home and said, Mom, I need to go get this for my project. We got in the car. We went to about 3 or 4 different stores.
Yeah, I didn't know they sold cactuses.
to get, everything you need. So, once again, that's what Mama for.
And that second place award, I think you took just as much joy as I did. But I'll never forget that. So that was a very special moment for me. That comes in at number 9, second to none.
Giselle.
Coming in at number 8, Tears of Pride. And it's a few times I made my mom cry some tears of pride and joy. But this one night didn't start off that way. This is 8th grade when I was getting ready to win a bunch of awards, some I didn't know I was going to win. And we had one ticket. Now, you just had been in a car accident. Financial times were tough, and we couldn't buy $5 tickets for Aunt Jerlene, you, Dad, Carlos Gadaris. So you wanted me to go up there to the buffet and use my one ticket to pile a plate. So once I told you I wasn't going to do that, you went off on me and told me I better not touch a lick of food. And you came back with one of the most amazing pyramids of barbecue meat, coleslaw, and enough buns to make 2 sandwiches for everybody. And you put some chips in your purse. So that one ticket, and this one lady that she applauded you for your efforts. I'm thinking like, this is one of the most embarrassing things ever. What were you doing?
Well, you know, it's a place, it's a time for everything. Mama gonna feed her kids. You know that one ticket, if you know how to fix that plate, you gonna feed everybody.
But you didn't feed me. You told me I better not touch it.
Because you wouldn't go up there and get it like I told you.
Okay, so we fast forward. I won 6 awards that night. And the last award I won, I was shocked. I think my history teacher gave me this award. This was her last year. She won an award, a special student. So my name gets called, and I heard a person always say, him again? So when I get my award, I turn around, everybody's standing, I'm getting a standing ovation. I get back to the table. Guess who's crying? Guess who's just, tears of just, and Dad looks over at you and said, just a second ago, you wanted to kill him. And you looked at him and said, I'm still mad at his big head. We're going to leave certain words out. What was going through your mind once you saw people applauding for me like that?
Well, that made me feel good. You know, see my son win all those awards that night. You know, although I was still mad at him, but he made me happy too. You know, there was happy tears. And he always made me cry happy tears, not no sad tears. Thank you, Lord. You know, it's always been happy tears coming from this child.
That kind of sums up our relationship too. We get at each other, but at the end of the day, we know we're going to be there for each other. But that's number 8, Tears of Joy.
Giselle.
Now we're at number 7, and this one is Arm of Love. We got in that car accident that I mentioned. My 8th grade year coming down Egypt Central, and a young teenage driver, just being a teenage driver, just pulling out in front of traffic. You had to swerve to keep us from being T-boned and hitting direct. And I'll never forget it, just your arm coming across, grabbing me. My head hit the windshield. If you didn't grab me, I would have gone through the windshield. And at the time, I knew you sacrificed your body and you hurt yourself, but we found out with the nerve damage and stuff, you sacrificed your gift as a groom for me.
But it was worth it. Because, you know, I could see my baby going through that windshield. You know, I was picking you all up from school, and this young teenager come across 4 lanes of traffic, and I swerved and everything, still ended up hitting him because he got faster. So when I saw it coming, and I braced myself and I throw my arm back, so you wouldn't go through the windshield. So, and Carlos Cordero was sitting in the back seat. And, you know, all I remember, they were looking for his chips.
My chips.
What, my chips? My chips. I'm thinking they hurt. Yeah. He looking for his chips.
And I remember right before we got in the car, Carlos wanted to sit up front. I played rank, big brother. I put him in the back. I know he would have been so light, he would have went through.
Yes.
So God did everything for a reason that day, but I know God, gave you as my mom. And you sacrificed about 5 years of your career. You healed through prayer and through rehabilitation to where you're grooming again today. And anybody who's ever had a daughter done by you know how amazing your gift is, but I realized over time that you made that sacrifice for me, and Mom, I truly appreciate that. And I love you.
Welcome, baby.
So that's
I love you too.
That's number 7, Arm of Love.
Giselle.
Okay, so coming in at number 6, we're gonna lighten up the mood a little bit. Let's go back to Thanksgiving 1991. I'm 10 years old. Dad, doing what men do, gave me a task, told me to get all the leaves about our yard. Now we have a big yard in our house here in Fraser, 40 bags worth of leaves. And I guess the whole time you must have been watching me while you were cooking Thanksgiving dinner. And when I got in, you said, baby, you worked hard today. I'm proud of you. And you handed me a whole sweet potato pie. And you started something that you couldn't finish. Now every year I get 1 to 2, sometimes 4 whole sweet potato pie. But that's the first time I felt like a man. You gave me my whole sweet potato pie. I think it only took me 5 minutes to eat it. So, and the best sweet potato pie in the world comes from you. Were you watching me out there that day? Or?
Yes, I was. And I said, my baby working hard out there. And he had to do this all by himself. So, I know you love sweet potato pie, so I'm going to give him a whole one by himself. So that's what I did. I gave you a whole sweet potato pie.
That's better than him. Wow.
And that was it from now on. He gets a whole sweet potato pie, sometimes 2 or 3 sweet potato pies. And you know what? I gave my recipe to cook it. Then he still said, "Mama ain't like yours."
It doesn't have the magic touch. It's the soul that's in it. But I try my best. But I never. You don't forget special moments like that, and that helps us transition to our midway point, where we're gonna go talk to my godmother, Claudette Boyd, also my sister in Christ, about motherhood and the things she's been through and how she visualized motherhood and taking care of a community. Thomas Sellers Jr. We're at the midway point of the bestsellers list this week. It's not all about my mom. I have a lot of great women in my life who are mother figures to me. I'm here with my godmother, Claudette Boyd, or Sister Boyd, or so many different titles that you have. Retired lieutenant, captain from the Memphis Police Department after 33 years. So you have been a mother not only to the children that you gave birth to in your household, but you had to be there for kids, line of duty and things like that. What is motherhood? How do you define it?
Ooh, motherhood, that's a good word. I think motherhood is just the birth of a nation. Anything that's birthable, there has to be a mother.
Yeah, we don't get here without y'all.
Yeah, you gotta get here back. And so mothers are the seed of the earth. Mothers are the ones who bring life in the world. Mothers are the ones who nurture the life. Mothers are the ones who stand by and try to build life and make things good and do all the things when there's nobody else, there's a mother.
Yes, and thank God for y'all.
Yes.
And as you got the mask on your head, we going through these tough times. But Mother Day is coming up, and a lot of people, we overlooked St. Patrick's Day, Easter. We try to observe it, but why is it important to take time to recognize your mom on this Mother Day in particular?
Because, like I said, mother's going to be the person in your corner no matter what. Mother's always going to be there for their children and other children, because we have a certain nature and need that God gave us, that we're there to help the downtrodden, help the children who are out here in this world motherless and fatherless. We take on those kind of responsibilities to make a good community. We teachers, we're nurses, we take on those kind of jobs to make sure that all children have that kind of love that only a mother can give, that you can depend on. It's going to be there no matter what.
Mr. and Mrs. Williams, they instill some things in you. Then the Golden Wildcat years, and then I know your college years and everything. You take all that and you put it into your career.
Yes.
You had to be there for kids. I think you were part of the sex division.
Yes.
So you saw at the lowest point people who were raped and went through that. You had to turn on the nurturing side, but then also had to be professional. How did you balance that?
It was hard to balance it sometimes, because some things do get to you. You're still a human being.
Yeah.
When you see the death and destruction and the mayhem, it affects your psychic,
Yeah.
But you had to do a job. And once you have to do the job, you have to put those things, toughen up, put those things behind you, and make sure you accomplish a goal of trying to right wrong. Where you find despair, you try to bring hope. Where you find downtrodden people, you try to lift them up. So being a police officer is just like being a social worker.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
So I had to try to solve problems that have been in families for years within 15 minutes,
Wow.
You have to try to make resolutions and try to help the family come to a realization that it is what it is. Accept it, work to improve it, if you want to live as a family unit.
Right. Well, speaking of family units, you're raising your boys at home, and you're raising the minister. I'm just joking. But your minister's wife, how did you balance that?
Well, I'm the kind of person, I do what's in front of me. Being a police officer, you had to be at work on time. You had structure.
Yeah.
I had structure. I'm disciplined in doing certain things. So when I have a task, I stick to that task. I get on that task. I try to accomplish it as soon as possible. I try to do all the things to make it work within a time limit. And then I'm just move on to something else, because something else will always come up.
Yes, ma'am. So,
As soon as you finish one task, there's going to be another task.
yes, ma'am.
So I don't try to draw it out. I just try to accomplish what I can and move forward.
So Ken, Jason, Gerald, and Teresa, they knew they had to follow in order. and Big Gerald too. Well, my last question for you, I sit here as your godson because not only did you take care of the ones in your home, this church family has broadened your horizon, and here I am just latching on to you and holding on to you for your wisdom. And we teach class on Wednesday night at Ridge Grove Church of Christ to the youth. Why did you take people like me under your wing?
Well, you know, like that mother image. I'm just like a mother duck. If you quack like if I'm a duck, you're gonna come under my wing. But because I see something in you, and I see something in all of our children, and all parents have hope that our children will be better than we were. And we try to give you, I try to give what I learned. Somebody gave it to me. My mother gave it to me. So it's in our culture to pass it down. That's what we should do. We should, once we learn better, we should do better. And I should teach you what I've learned and not be selfish with it and keep it all within me. Because during my training, I worked in child abuse, I worked in sex crime, I worked in metro narcotics, I worked in all of those divisions. I learned something. So when I learn something, it's only right for me to pass it down to somebody else who's willing to learn, who want to listen, and want to adapt and adjust. The problem we're having now is a lot of our people don't want to listen. And our young people don't want to listen, they don't want to adapt, they don't want to adjust, because life is changing. And with this coronavirus now, I thought I'd never see a whole country, world, shut down.
It sounds like Corona's near us.
Yeah, I thought I'd never see the whole world just shut down financially. You know, spiritually, the church is closing. Everybody's scared.
You can't take things for granted.
You can't take anything for granted. So.
Well, with that being said, you know, we always use the cliche, give flowers while you can. So I'm gonna give you your flowers while you can to let you know I love you and I appreciate you. We gotta get out of here because this Corona is near us.
Okay.
And we're gonna get to the rest of our countdown.
Giselle.
Now we're back with the countdown at number 5. And Mom, this is Labor of Love. And no, I'm not talking about September 7, 1981. That Labor Day.
Okay.
My first day on this earth. And I'm not talking about this year. My birthday falls on Labor Day again. I always like to joke, my birthday's on a Monday, God gives me the day off. But I'm going back to 1998. You remember that Labor Day, right? Mm-hmm. What was that Labor Day?
You graduated.
My senior year. So we had a little group we like to call the Dog Clique. Roche Ragland, Eric Forte, Danny Spears, but Danny wasn't able to make it that day. Chris Hart, all of the fellas. We had a barbecue. You spend tons of money on a party that we started talking about before our junior year ended that we planned. And you made it come to fruition. And I remember you always said, baby, as long as you're in high school, you're not going to work because you got the rest of your life to work. And you always made sure I had things I wanted, needed, and enjoyed. And you threw that big party. Why?
Because, you know, you work hard and you're a 12th grade senior and it was your birthday fell on Labor Day again. And I told her, let's have a barbecue for your birthday and you invite some friends over. So. And I, you know, I enjoyed seeing y'all having a good time.
Yes, ma'am.
One of your little friends, what's her name?
Rachel.
Rachel fell in love with the devil eggs.
Yeah,
she ate the whole plate of devil eggs.
Somebody ate up all the corn. Chris Hart ate up all the barbecue. And the best part was when we went back to school, everybody thought we wasn't going to do it, and we showing them stuff. Now this is how long ago this was. We had to wait till the pictures developed from Walgreens, and then we took the photos up there and showed them. They really had a party. It wasn't like a crazy house party. It was a gathering, and it was a great way to kick off a very special year. And as a class of '99. But you were a very special part of it. I think we had a couple more gatherings throughout that year with nachos and stuff like that. You always treated my friends like family, and I always appreciated that.
Yeah, the way they look at me as a sucker mama, so, you know, they always came to Miss Sellers, so. And they was good kids. They were bad kids. You know, mama had nothing to do with them.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They were some good kids. So, right to this day. You know, when they see me, they come hug. Hey, mama, how you doing?
And it is family. Like my goddaughter Taliyah, she met Mr. Ragland, Roche's dad, came up to me, called me son, and hugged me. So sometimes you don't even worry about these social conditions. When you see family, you gotta hug them.
That's right.
So, but that's number 5, labor of love.
To sale.
We're back with number 4, and it's the summer sale. Now, in high school, I got the nickname SEL, sale. So that's the pun that I'm doing here. But it was really a summer sale for you because you took on a challenge on my behalf. In passing, I was talking to my friends, and they want to go to Europe. And it was a pipe dream for me because I know our financial situation and stuff like that. And I just mentioned it to you. And then I saw you up at Raleigh High School talking to Miss Hollenbeck. And she gave you a form. So I'm thinking I'm in trouble, I'm about to get suspended. And then you came back up there, you're getting boxes of candy. And you weren't back at grooming yet, so you're working at the cleaners. And you were selling this candy to try to raise $1,000 to send me on a trip. To send me somewhere that you might never go. You wanted something from me that you might never have. Why?
Because, once again, you worked so hard in high school. I couldn't do it financially, but I had friends to pull in, Miss Hollenbeck pull in, and I sold all the candy I could sell. Some of my clients bought 5-6 times. So when I told them what I was doing it for, they came back, bought more, just come in to buy the candy, and they didn't bring clothes to the cleaner.
Yes, ma'am.
They heard about my son trying to get to Italy, so, and it's God's will, it's gonna come.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and I always trusted in him. As he going, my baby going on that trip.
Yes, ma'am. And Miss Hollenbeck, to make up the rest of the month, gave us an essay opportunity. And we had to pick a topic, and I just wrote about my mom's dedication and sacrifice. And of course, I got the funds, and we went over there. I got to spend 9 days with my friends and chaperones and toured all over Italy, went to Nice, France. And it was a once-in-a-lifetime great experience. And I know whose shoulders I was standing on to get there. And you still had the ring I got you, and the scarf I got you.
Right here. That's the ring he got from Italy. I still wear it to this day. And I got a scarf too from there. So, Mama don't never throw away anything that my babies give me.
My mom, thank you, because that great memory I couldn't throw away if I tried. And thank you for allowing me to have something so special.
Yes.
You're
welcome.
As we move on to the next one.
To sale.
Okay, we're back with number 3, and I like to call this one a magic moment. We attended Ridge Grove Church of Christ, and it's special to be able to attend church with your mom on a regular basis. And a few years back, we went to Magic Springs, and I don't do roller coasters. I officially retired from roller coasters when I was 14. So my main objective was do little kid rides. Yes, I did bump some kids out the way, and play little games and little things like that. You were just chilling, met some new friends, and y'all just sitting, just being moms and just talking. Now, what stood out to me and what touched me is I'm winning these basketballs, shooting the free throws, and they're basketballs with all types of team logos on it for all types of sports. I'm giving some of them away, but I'm keeping about 4 or 5 for myself. So I bring them up to your table so you can keep them, because you ain't moving, you ain't even doing nothing. So I was like, so Mama watching, and the lady come in and said, "This your son, the journalist?" I'm like, "Oh, so Mama been talking about me." I was like, "Oh, that made me feel special." And you like, "What you doing?" I was like, "Winning basketball." You're like, "But this is a baseball team. This the Cubs." So what they doing on basketball? And that's that college team, North Carolina. And then you pointed over, and that's the football team, the KC Chiefs. And I'm looking like, how does she know all this? Mom don't care nothing about sports. Don't care anything about outside of Memphis Tiger basketball. And she was just rolling off all this information. And then you looked up at me. I'll never forget it. I paid more attention than you know. I guess all those years when you bought me basketball cards and stuff like that, or allowed me to take over the TV and chase my passion and my dream, you were paying attention.
Yes.
So talk about what you remember in that moment.
I was sitting down with these ladies I had just maybe went on the match spring trip, and Tom brought these basketballs up there, and I was laying off for everything, and he told me, I said, I pay attention to everything, baby. Y'all might not think I do, but I do. I pay attention.
So you got one son who loves music, and you have to pay attention to that.
Yes.
You got one son you have to, I guess, keep an eye on sometimes, because Carlos is hot and cold.
Yeah, he switchy.
He got so many talents, artistic and everything, but he never finishes anything. Then you got a daughter that you got to babysit. But we ain't gonna get into that. But I guess that motherly instinct, you really do pay attention to. I thought I was the forgotten one, prodigal sons type story, but that moment right there shut me down, shut me up. I was like, my mom is paying attention. So I couldn't say anything, criticize you anymore after that.
Yes, I've been paying attention to everything. Don't nothing get about Mama.
Yes.
I can look at your face and tell what's going on.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna save a little anecdote, for our last two. So that's number 3.
Giselle.
Okay. Before we jump into number 2, you do notice a lot. I remember coming out from school one day when I got my first broken heart my freshman year. I guess I was about a good half a mile away from the car up a hill. And as soon as I came out from the building, you just yelled, "Who broke my baby heart?" I'm like, how can she see me and how can she sense it? It's just scary, that motherly instinct that you have. But it leads into my number 2, a special connection. I call this a gown act. Like you wear a gown. I don't wear too many gowns in my life. Actually, just a couple times when I graduated. And I remember Mother's Day 2003. And you were talking to Aunt Geraldine down here in this very den. Y'all just yapping, and I got my cap on. And I'm just getting ready. So I'm zipping up my gown, and this eerie silence comes over the den. I'm like, why I got quiet? I look up. You're bald.
Yes. That was a happy day. You did not one time, 2 times. So I bawled like a little baby. That was one of the proudest days.
And I remember you just said, yes, only you can say my baby did, my baby did.
And then, that was it. And I thank the Lord. Like when I remember when you was 5 years old, I knew you was gonna do it. When you drove that bus with outside Dr. King head, and I said, my baby gonna be something. Cause what more 5-year-old can draw a picture plain as clear, so everybody could understand the black and white kids was getting off that bus. I knew then you gonna be something.
That's right. Well, I thank you for always believing in me and pushing me in all the projects and assignments, the principal list and the honor rolls. You were there pushing me and supporting me with your money, your time, your love, and your effort. So when I put on that gown and got ready to go to the pyramid for that moment, I'm glad I got to share that with you. Then when the degree came in the mail, I didn't break down that day, but when I came home and I saw it in the kitchen and I was just holding it, that's when I said, I did it.
Yes.
And I felt in your arms. So it's not by coincidence I share special moments like that with you, because I don't forget who's my biggest fan and biggest driving force. So let's not get too emotional. We have to get to number 1.
Giselle.
And we reached the end of this very special countdown with my number 1. Moments when you became my shero, when you saved the day in Mr. Cockrell's class. You saved our pizza party where they were only going to give us 4 pizzas. You bought about 8 pizzas for us, a bunch of drinks, a bunch of chips, and you came up there and delivered it to us. And Mr. Cockrell got emotional. As an adult, he knew what was going on. But us kids, we had pizza. What was going through your mind?
That 4 pieces wasn't gonna be enough for 24 kids. And a pizza party. When you called me, I said, okay. I went to Little Caesar and got, they always have a deal at Little Caesar. So I went and got y'all some pizza so y'all could enjoy y'all winnings. Y'all won fair and square, they should have gave y'all more pizza. So that's why I went and got it. I said, my baby knew he ain't got to have no half a slice of pizza, because that's what it's going to be.
Yes, well.
So I went and got more pizza for the kids.
That's right. Well, I don't know how you've been able to do it over the years with the money, the time, the love, and the effort, but you are a world-class mom. And you bought me a shirt when I was a little kid. The kid got class. Well, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. I love you, Mom. Thank you for everything.